Let's show some support, man. It's a top of the week Tuesday. We got a great guest that we're gonna bring on the show. In fact, we've been trying to get my brother on the show for quite some time, but he's been working some shit out on the business end. But the most important part is he's here now, and he comes in to this interview with an undefeated record of 18-0, 1 draw and 11 wins via knockout. He's a very, very exciting fighter, but he hasn't been in the ring for close to a year. In fact, in a couple of days, it'll be 1 full year. So we're definitely going to talk about that. Last fight, though, was a 5th-round TKO over a very, very tough guy. So without further ado, man, I want to bring in my guest. And my guy, El Tiajuanero, is in the building. Cesar Mateo Tapia. My brother, welcome.
What's happening, Johnny? Thank you for having me.
Man, I've been trying to get you on for a minute. We finally made this happen, man. We finally made it happen, man.
We'll do
How
it
you
more
been,
often.
champ? Oh,
yeah,
of course.
good. Very good. I've been very good.
How's things going? Because the last time, when was the last time? I think the last time I saw you was at the fight card in Orlando in December, right?
Yes. Yeah. I got married not long after that.
Congratulations, my guy. That's what's up, yeah.
That's all done. That was a big preparation, I guess.
So now you're a married man. That's what's going on, man.
Yeah, look, it's all done.
Salute, man, and congratulations, man. Like I said, man, you're my guy. I've been following you for a long time. I'm cool with one of your managers. You know, he's my dude. And I remember telling him after that fight that you had in Orlando, I was covering that fight. I said, tonight I want to get an interview with Mateo, but it was that fight that you had that was a draw, and that was a pretty grueling fight.
That was a crazy fight.
You know what? Yeah. He needs his rest because, like I said, that was a very, very grueling fight that we'll get into a little bit later on. But man, salute. But it's been a while, man. It's been a while since you've been in the ring. In a couple more days, it'll be a full year.
1 full year. I can't say too much. It's just the business side behind the scenes that, you know, a lot of people don't see eye to eye. So that's all.
Yeah, no, not uncommon, obviously, in the sport of boxing. And really, realistically, I got to be honest, it's really not uncommon of a fighter not fighting in a full calendar year. We see that a lot, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure you don't want it that way, but it happens.
It happens, and I just have to be. As long as I've been in the gym, that's all that matters. I'm still learning. I've been working hard behind the scenes. Besides all the bullshit that's happening, yeah, I'm still progressing, which is good.
Oh, that's good.
I'm getting better, which is good.
And I'm glad you reached out because, again, when we had that conversation, you told me that you just wanted to square some shit away, you know, before you came out. So when you reached out, I'm like, yes, finally, shit is good. Hopefully, we'll see him back in the ring soon.
It's almost there, Johnny. I just have to stay patient, and then, yeah, hopefully I can come on again and we can bang it on the head. The news.
You are welcome back anytime. Anybody that comes to the Hangout spot is family. You was family even before you came on here, man, because you always show me love at the fights, man. Salute, man.
Thank you.
Speaking of showing love, make sure you guys show my man Cesar Mateo Tapia love in the chat. And if you are a member of the DHS Pound for Pound group, feel free to ask any questions. The post is on the Hangout spot on YouTube. And if time permitting, we'll get to those questions.
Spanish too.
And Spanish. That's right. You probably speak better Spanish than me.
Yeah. I'm all right.
My Spanish is ass.
I've been practicing a lot, so
okay. Right. So for those of you guys that don't know, which I'm sure you guys all know because we got one of the best boxing podcast chats out there. They're on their game over here at the Hangout spot. My man Mateo was born in Mexico, but you were raised, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe you still reside in Australia, correct?
So I was raised in Australia, and now I reside in Florida.
Damn, you right in my backyard?
In St. Petersburg.
Oh my God! Yeah, you are. Well, I'm at least about an hour and a half from St. Pete. I'm more closer to the Orlando side. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where I am full time.
Okay, and do you train? So you train full time in Florida as well, obviously.
Yeah, I live and train there full time with my coaches Rick and Jesse.
Okay, Good, good. So yeah, we'll get tapped in because I'd love to be able to stop by one of your training sessions one day when you do have a fight announced, just to hang out.
Yeah,
Pull
for
up with
sure. Me,
yeah,
Marzi, and Rod, we're always banging away in the gym.
good, good. Which my Van Houter?
Marzi, what's
The
his?
heavyweight, the young heavyweight kid,
Yeah,
Mozzie
I
Van
call,
Houter.
yeah, I call him Marzi.
Well, we call him Mozzie too. I'm just saying. Okay, okay. So y'all train out of the same gym. I've had him on the channel before.
Yeah,
Uh, great,
and Hot
great,
Rod.
great. Okay, and Hot Rod. That Hot Rod. I think I knew about Hot Rod from a conversation that I had with Ryan. But that's good that you train with him too, because he has a lot of talent, man. He's a young up and
Yeah,
coming heavyweight. His dad
he's
shows always watching the show. His dad's probably watching
yeah.
now.
He's a very good kid too. Very very talented, like you said.
Mm,
I'm excited to see where his career goes.
amazing, amazing. So let's go back to the beginning. Like I said, you were born in Tijuana, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tijuana,
So,
Mexico.
so tell me, man, how can you so share how this multicultural heritage, right, between Mexican and Australian, how has that shaped your identity, both inside and outside the ring?
Look, it's shaped me a lot. I think actually, like it's a fine line. Like when I'm in Australia, people don't think I'm Australian. That they look at me and they're like, "Oh, he's from overseas. Like he's Mexican." Then when I go to Mexico, and they're like, "They're still weighing us fucking Mexicano." And then like it's in reverse. So it's a fine line between both. But my my fighting style is definitely a lot more Mexican, and I think you can see it when I fight. Like my heart, and I'm there to win the whole time, and I'm dangerous the whole time, which is good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You have that Mexican style in you. But so when did you move to Australia?
I was 4. Um, yeah, I was 4 years old, and then just recently, 3 years ago, I moved to America.
Just 3 years ago?
Mhm, full time.
Wow. And so and why did you, if you don't mind me asking, what brought you to Australia?
It was my parents, they just wanted a better life, a better living, because obviously Tijuana, Mexico is very, very dangerous, and they just wanted to give me a better opportunity, and for them too, they wanted a better opportunity in life.
Wow, okay. No, that's wow, that's
And
different.
yeah, they just did a big move, and
That's
then
what I'm trying to say. Like usually you'd be, to the States, but I mean Australia is a big
yeah.
move.
I mean, they were in the States too, like, we were living in, San Isidro, San Diego, like, areas too, but then it still wasn't like they wanted a big change, and yeah, Australia was. Even I didn't speak a word of English until, I went to Australia, and then I learnt English, and now it's the opposite. I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
speaking more
man.
English than Spanish.
I can see that. No, I could
Mm.
definitely see that, obviously, and, because you spent most of your whole life in
Mhm.
Australia, other than what, 7
Yeah.
years out of your life, like you just said,
Mhm.
4 and then 3 years, out here. Salute to you, but, so why boxing, man? Like, when did you start boxing, and what age, and what made you say, "You know what? I wanna be a professional fighter. I wanna do this full time."
Oh, I first started to lose weight to do it to, like, I was a bit gordito, pues. I was
Gordito, okay,
big.
yeah, we know what that means, yeah. Like me,
Uh,
I'm a big gordito.
and yeah, I started to lose weight. Then a year later, I had my first fight, and then I just fell in love with it from there. Like, it was just rolling. I had a fight, and then I had 3 fights, and then I was like, I want to do this the rest of my life.
But I mean, what age did you wanna lo what age was that when you started to, boxing to lose weight?
9 years old.
9? Okay.
9 years old. I had my first fight at 10, and then it just kicked off from there.
And then at what age could you remember, like you said, "I just wanna do this for a living." What age was that?
Maybe not long after, maybe 11, 12 was like,
Wow.
okay, yeah. I just watch videos all day, all day, all day, and that was it.
Oh, man, because that's different at that age, especially, you're not a teen, going into your teenage years, and most teenagers,
Yeah,
they wanna be teenagers, but you're not, you're a fighter, it's different.
yeah. It
It's a
was
different lifestyle.
definitely I definitely went through a patch when I was 14, 15, where I diverted away from boxing. Like you said, like every teenager goes through that rough patch, but I'm happy I went through it early, and I turned pro at 18. and it just shot off from there.
Got you. And I know you've been through a lot of ups and downs in your life, man.
Yeah,
Trials and tribulations, right?
yeah.
So
I guess it's the
how
trial and error.
how has all those trials and tribulations helped you or kind of keep you focused, you know, into becoming a pro fighter?
Well, it just showed me what was wrong and what was right. That was, and I'm happy I experienced it early. All that trial and error, and now I know what I need to do, what I want in life, and it's, yeah, just what makes me happy, and that's to fight.
I read somewhere that you were a big wrestling fan growing up. Is that true?
Yeah, when I was 9. So that's a little story. That's
Tell me
we
about that.
actually we actually drove past the gym, and I was I loved wrestling, and I drove past the gym and my mum was like, well, I said to my mum, I was like, I want to go in there, I want to give it a go, I want to wrestle. And she said, I don't think it's a wrestling gym. It looks like a boxing gym, but we can go in and ask. And then went in and asked, and then that's where it started.
Who were your favorite wrestlers when you were young?
John Cena was up there, Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero was there. But then he passed away when I was watching. Who else was there? Ric Flair, fucking Jeff Hardy.
Oh,
Who else?
man. So the reason
There's
why I asked you that is because I used to be a wrestling fan too when I was young. I don't watch I don't like wrestling. Do you still like wrestling?
no.
Yeah, I don't rock with it either. It's totally different. But I'm older than you, so I remember that's why when you said those names, I'm like, oh, okay, he's from that era when I already stopped watching it. Like I knew who they were,
Yeah.
but I wasn't really watching it. I was in the Hulk Hogan,
Oh
Macho
yeah.
Man. I was a Roddy Piper. I was in that era when it was
Yeah.
WWF. When it was
Yes.
WWF, the World Wrestling Federation, I was into that. That's
Yeah.
why when I read that, I was like, "Holy shit!" Because I love wrestling when I was, but I can't rock with it no more. It's not. Yeah, it's totally different. It's like reality TV.
Yeah, me either. I can't watch it anymore. It was good when you were young, but
That's dope, man. We got Mateo Tapia in the building. Hold on a second. I do got a super chat real quick that I want to read because I believe that's a question for you. Well, it's me, Rock Lee, with the $2 said, wasn't he on the Tim Zoo card in Orlando? I remember.
mhm.
Yes, that was the card that I was covering. Tim Zoo against Akram was the main event, and that was the fight that you had to draw in.
Yes. Did you get affected by the hurricanes? Those
When I first moved out here, I did.
that was yeah. That was the period of the 2 hurricanes, and they came and like really fucking messed us
You
up.
got no. So you're talking about the one you guys got hit with one a lot harder on that side of Florida.
Yeah.
I got hit with almost a category 3 in 2021 September. I forget what
Mhm.
hurricane it was. I can't believe I forgot the name, but anyway, that was the one that hit us here in Central Florida the hardest.
Mhm.
I know which one you're talking about. We didn't get hit as hard as you guys did out in your neck of the woods, like Fort
Yeah.
Lauderdale, yeah, St. Pete. Yeah, you guys got crushed.
I had to evacuate 2
Wow.
weeks before 2 weeks before the fire. I was like, fuck,
Oh
this
wow.
is
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah. Salute Rock Lee. Yeah, that was the fight in Orlando, which we'll get into in just a second. Make sure you guys smash the like button and continue to show my man Mateo love in the chat. They are showing you love in the chat, but again, there's a lot of comments here. I can't get through them
Yeah.
all.
Ask me
On
whatever. Español también.
Espanol también. You guys got questions? Throw them in the chat, man. Super chat them, because I am looking at another screen. So yeah. So let's go back. So who are some of your boxing inspirations, man? Like maybe fighters that influenced your fighting style growing up.
And when I was younger, I used to watch a lot of Edwin Valero, Johnny Tapia was obviously there, Manny Pacquiao. I used to watch him all the time. Mayweather too, in a way. And then all the Mexican fighters, Morales, Barrera, Salvador Sanchez, like all these guys, I just glued. Miguel Cotto was there too. He was one of my favorites.
Wow.
Uh,
Yeah, it's funny you said
all those
Johnny
fighters.
Tapia,
But
man.
I think
And that's really
Edwin
accurate.
Valera would be my favorite fighter.
Wow. He was great. Yeah. He was a great fighter, gone too soon, obviously. But yeah, so it makes sense. It makes sense because everybody that most of the fighters that you mentioned, especially the Mexican fighters, is basically you can tell kind of shaped your style because that's how you
Yeah,
fight. You know, you love to
yeah.
fight. You know,
Even
but
even Canelo too. I remember I used to watch him a lot. I remember when I first saw him when he first I think when he versed Cotto's little brother or Cotto's brother.
Cotto's brother.
He's
That was the only guy that I've seen physically rock Canelo in a fight.
yes, that was the first time I saw Canelo.
Like probably what 20 years ago, probably 15,
Yeah,
20 years ago, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
yeah. I
Wow.
was young.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. What about some of your favorite fighters today?
Today,
Fighters that you like,
I
you know what?
love.
I'm definitely not missing this guy fight. Well, I'm not missing this guy fight.
In a way, I like his
Mm,
style.
he's a beast.
And all the big fights, like you Usyk, even just a good mate of mine just fought Opataya, like um Usyk. Even I heard Davis is coming back soon. He's a great fighter. He's always entertaining in the ring.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, I talked about that in my opening monologue. Obviously, rumor has it that he's going to be coming back in the summer in a rematch against Pitbull. So I threw that
Hmm.
out there because I definitely want my callers later on to call in and chime in and give their thoughts on on that potential fight. Plus a lot of other things that I threw out there for them to be able to call in and talk about. But so far, again, in your career right now, you remain undefeated, right? And you've been in there with some tough guys.
Yes.
You also fought in a lot of different places, man, a lot of different countries as well. But
Yeah, I fought overseas a lot.
a lot, a lot. Actually, that was going to be one of my questions. I think you fought in Dubai a bunch of
I fought
times.
in Dubai twice.
S
Um,
Australia, obviously, I think Vietnam.
yeah, I had an exhibition in Vietnam. It was just a 4 round exhibition, and it was like a because professional boxing wasn't allowed then at the time, and they wanted to put on this show to showcase that, like to change the sport, and they did from our fight. Like professional boxing's allowed in Vietnam. I think that fight got like 5 million views in like, and it was crazy.
Wow. Dope, dope. But yeah, man, you've been all over the place and obviously in Florida as well, in the
Yeah.
States. But how have all those experiences fighting in different places helped you grow as a fighter?
You learn a lot about yourself traveling, where to eat, how to maintain the jet lag, how to like it's just it's all part of the process. Like it was hard the first few times. The first few times I went to Dubai, I was almost starting my jet lag before I went onto the plane. Like I wouldn't sleep the night 2 nights before, so my clock would be just all over the place. And then when I got there, I'd be perfect. Like just stuff like that. You start learning about yourself.
Yeah, man. That's crazy, especially with the time differences and all that.
Like my last few fights in Australia, I fly from Florida to Australia and then I fight in Australia. Like it's
And
massive.
how many how many,
It's
how many hour flight is that again?
from Florida, I think it's all up 20 hours.
Lord have mercy. What do you do on a flight for 20 hours?
Oh, I don't know. I just black out.
Like,
Go, going there, I try sleep a lot, and then going back, I'm a bit more free, loose. Like I don't sleep. I'll watch movies. I'll just like, have fun on the plane.
see, I got ants in my pants. Like I can't stay sitting down for all those hours. I
Yeah,
gotta move around. Like so, that's what I'm saying. How do you?
yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't be
hard.
able to do it. Yeah, I would. No, I wouldn't be able to do it.
I don't mind it, but it's yeah. It
Gotta
some
do.
days it gets hard.
So, how often do you go back to Australia? Do you still? Is your family still there? Like, are your parents still there, or they moved to the states?
Both my parents are in Australia, and then I have a just my mum and my dad, and then all my family's in Mexico.
Got you. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Um, I got a question. I got a question for somebody for you. Hold on. This is a good one. El Consejero, pound for pound. He's all the way in Seattle with the $2 set. What's your favorite Mexican dish? And have you returned to TJ?
I've returned to TJ multiple times, countless. I got a lot of family there, so it's one of my favorite places to go. Actually,
Nice.
um, favorite dish. It's either tacos de pastor or tacos de pescado o un ceviche también.
Ooh, ceviche. You get along with my wife just fine. She loves all that stuff. I'm not really into seafood. But yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think tacos de pastor. Them.
Okay. That's what's up. Thank you for the question and Consejero. Keep them coming, y'all. Keep them coming. Um, damn. So I guess a question that just popped up in my head that I didn't even prepare. With all these places that you fought at, well, actually, I got two questions that just popped in my head. With all these places that
Yeah.
you fought at, give me one place, city that you've never fought at that you say, I want to fight there before my career is over.
Las Vegas.
Got to do Vegas, right? Okay, that's a good one.
I think to me that's more. I don't know. It's either. I think that's more special than. I don't know. Like Madison Square Garden is massive too. So um, probably Vegas. I'd have to answer that. Las Vegas.
Good one. We got to make that happen. You got to make that happen.
It will happen soon.
I got mine's crossed for you as well. And when it comes to the travel, because I've had, fans have their own perspective of it, but they're fans, right? We're
Mhm.
fans, we're not fighters. In your opinion, let's say you had a fight that you live in Florida and you have a
Mhm.
fight in Australia. Obviously, you're talking about a different time zone, all of this stuff, right?
Yes.
What would you say, in your opinion, is a safe period of time to travel to Australia before a fight so that you give yourself enough time to get acclimated to the time zones, to the food, to the sleeping habits? What would you say is an acceptable time
I
frame?
think. I think if you've never been there before, I think 2 weeks is perfect.
2
14
weeks
days.
is good?
Yeah. Like the food's not that hard because the food's so clean in Australia, and it's like there's a lot of availability. So that's not too much of a problem when you go back to Australia. But definitely, if you haven't traveled there ever, I think 2 weeks is perfect. I can get away with 10 days because I just know the schedule. Even
Sure.
my last fight, I did 7. It was just like I just know the schedule. It's I just your clock just works like that.
No, that makes
Um,
sense.
and yeah, I'd say 2 weeks would be perfect.
Okay, that's
Just
good. That's
depends.
good. You see, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that in a couple of debates because we've had debates in the past where people say 2 weeks, that's just not enough. And I'm like, well, that's the norm usually for
Yeah,
fighters.
I
At least
think it's
fighters
the
that I
norm.
know.
I think when you have a goal in mind and you're very hungry for the fight, like the jet lag is the least of your worries. Like that's you don't even think about it. Put it that way.
Makes perfect sense. Okay. No, no, I wanted to knock that out. Like I said, since we're on the food topic and I like food, answer me this question. Which one would you pick over the other? A Mexican dish or an Australian dish?
That's easy, Mexican. There's no Australia. I can't give you an Australian dish. Australians don't have like a.
You don't have like something that is just from Australia, like
It's more like a spread that you guys will hear of Vegemite
see,
or
I've
like
never been to Australia, so I'm
yeah.
with
There's no proper. There's no actual Australian dish. Like you can't think of like a meat pie could be technically New Zealand or like there's a debate in Australia. Or it could be from New Zealand or Australia. So it's sort of like
I got callers that call in from Australia, and I never asked them that. I'm gonna ask them that too. They're
yeah,
gonna tell me the same thing you said probably, but I need to get
probably
their opinion on that.
like if you go to a pub, right, you'll get a chicken parmigiana, and we call it chicken palmy. But that's technically, I don't think that's Australian. It's got Italian roots.
No, absolutely no. But damn, that's why I wanted to ask. I was like, there's got to be something in Australia that Australia is just famous for.
Maybe maybe a kangaroo. You can eat kangaroo.
Oh God, you're not gonna tell me it tastes like chicken, right?
No, it tastes better than chicken.
Because every time somebody tells me about something I've never had, like gator or whatever it is, or frog legs, it tastes like just like chicken. I'm like, no, it ain't. It's
Yeah.
gator. It's not chicken.
Kangaroo is good, but it's raw.
It's okay. All right. So, all right. Oh, that's what's up. All right. I've never had kangaroo. I don't know if I would. But that's dope. That's dope. Where'd you come up with the nickname El Tiajuanero?
So it started with my abuelo, and then when I was young, maybe like same age, 9, 10, 11, it just started like, and then my mom clicked onto it and my dad clicked onto it and everything was just like, oh, ¿dónde está el tijuanero? Fuck, ¿dónde está? Ya, ¿dónde viene? Oh, ¿cuándo viene? Or, yeah, and it just clicked on like that. But I think it started with my grandpa. He was yeah, just little Mexican dude. Like he used to box too. So, but he was a doctor. So
Oh, okay.
he was just like he didn't want me to box, but he secretly liked it.
I think I know where you're coming from with that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so I guess it's safe to say you were the only one in your family that boxed. You don't come from a
Yeah,
long line of boxers in your family.
no. I was probably the first proper one.
Hmm. If you had children, would you want them? Do you have? I don't know. I don't think you have. Do you have children?
No, no, not
If you
planning
did,
to either.
not planning to. But let's say you
No,
did. Would you mind your son or even your daughter? Uh, would you want them to box?
I'd have to really think about it. I'd definitely show them the sport and show them the training aspect, and if they wanted to get into it serious, I'd have to have a chat with them. And if they wanted, it's you can't stop someone doing something they really want to do. So, um, it depends. I'd have to have a serious chat with him and try guide him a different way.
Makes sense. But again,
I
you're a
think,
newlywed. There's time for that.
yeah,
You're a newlywed. I just wanted to ask. Like I said, I like to ask fighters, especially that have children, if they wouldn't mind, because again, not just boxing is just obviously so grueling, but the business of it as well. I mean, you
yeah,
know the deal. It's not easy.
exactly. It's not just physical on the inside. Like that's the hardest bit, but then there's another very hard bit that's just as hard is everything that happens on the outside that people don't see.
Yep. Yep.
And
Absolutely.
so in saying that, I'd probably tell my kid to play golf because they can't stop you shooting a good score, you know? If you shoot a good score, you're winning.
Yeah. That's what's up. Oh,
There's no outside factors.
makes perfect sense, man. I didn't know that until I started obviously doing this pretty much now full time as a second job. But
Yeah.
I got a chance obviously to cover fights, talk to fighters, talk to managers, talk to trainers, talk to promoters. The business of boxing is just absolutely out of control.
Yeah, you know, my wife goes, it'd be interesting to see where boxing was if women ran the sport and how organized and how. And I go, yeah, you know what? You might be onto something there.
You might be onto something.
Like,
You, you gotta
yeah,
you gotta start El Tiajuanero Promotions, man.
one day maybe.
Yeah. And have as the CEO and somebody like me as your social media director and
Yeah. I mean, if you look at it that way, it's pretty interesting. Like there
yeah.
hasn't been a women promoter that's up up there with the big dogs yet. So you never know.
Never strive to do something different, man, and better, man. That's what's up, man. We are here with my man Mateo Tapia, who's undefeated, middleweight in the building. Make sure you guys show him love. We do have some questions that I want to get to in just a second. We
Hmm.
got another super chat, but I do have a question. I do want to talk a little bit about that fight, man, with Saavedra, that draw, man. I was there for that.
Saavedra.
Saavedra fight. I was there. That was in October of 2024. Salute to it's me, Rock Lee. that was on the undercard of Tim Tszyu and Bakram, which was shocking in
Mhm.
itself. I was there. That place went
Yeah.
crazy when Bakram put Tim Tszyu out. But that's for
Yeah.
another day. Talk to me about that fight because that was grueling, man. I mean, both of you guys went down. You got up, you showed grit, you
Yeah.
put him down. That was just a grueling fight, man. What lessons did you take from that fight? How were you physically after that? Was that the hardest fight you've ever been in, both amateur and professional?
Like, when I look back at it, it to me, it wasn't that bad. We're fighters, like, it just
And that was a
happens like that.
fight,
Like,
though.
I feel like it was harder the 4 weeks before than actually being in that fight. So the 4 weeks before, we had a hurricane that came through. Dude, St. Pete got fucking thrashed. 2 weeks later, another one came through, and that one hit us direct. So there was no preparation, there was no sparring. I'm evacuating, going in and out. And I just said to myself, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead with this fight. I'm gonna grab the bull by the horns and just see what happens. And went in there. I felt comfortable. Like, I was like, first 2 rounds, I was like, I got him. Like, I'm fine here. And then the head clash happened, and that really, really, I've never felt that in a fight. The third round, I think he hit me with that. It was just accidental. It wasn't on purpose, but it just his style, and it rocked me. Like, I got buzzed off a head clash, and I was like, and then he turned me around and then hit me with a couple. I was like, oh my god! And then he hit me with one and then put me on the ground, and I was like, okay, what the fuck is happening? And then from there, it was just ended up being a tough night. And then I just remember being on the ground the first time and going, I wasn't bothered by the knockdown. I was bothered by my eye. My eye felt like it was like incaving or pulsing, like the head clash was really big. And then I just had to click out of it, and I got him. Oh, if I had, I think, another 30 seconds in that fifth round, who knows where that fight would have gone.
I know you put him down, man, but it was late in the round. I remember, man.
Like,
Uh,
if you watch that fight back, I love watching the fight back and just going, fuck, I did that. Like, I wasn't at my best, and I still, like, I think that's one thing I learned about myself, is even when I'm not at my best, I can still dog it out. Like, I will still go out there and I'll fight to the death and I'll try win. And that's what happened.
that's crazy. I was gonna ask you, like, what did you take from that? And that's obvious. You answered my
Yeah.
question without even
Like, the,
you asking it.
no matter how I'm feeling, I know what I have inside now. That's what that fight taught me. Like, you can bring the most pressure fighter now. Like, I've dealt with it. I know what to expect now.
Right, but that was the first time that you had been down, in like that in a round. Like, did you feel at the end of that round, like, holy shit, now I have to really buckle down? I mean, you didn't look like you panicked, but did you panic a little bit? Which is
I not
normal.
No, not really. To be honest, not really. I was relaxed in the corner. Like, it was more just like, I don't know, I sort of lost track of time. I was just in there fighting, trying to get it back, trying to get it back, trying to get it back, trying to back. I didn't know what round I was in. And I didn't care. I just wanted to fight, fight, fight. And then, yeah, I ended up the ninth round. It wasn't even. I don't even think it was a knockdown. He kind of pushed me through the ropes, and the ref called it a knockdown. I was like, oh fuck, what can you do? And then I came out and won the 10th, and then we got a draw.
Were you
And
did
now,
were you disappointed with that? Like again, you didn't lose, but it wasn't a win on your record. I'm sure you probably thought you won the fight. So what was your immediate reaction? Like, fuck.
yeah, I was disappointed. It was my first fight where I've seen, like, comments online, like really bad comments. And I'm like, oh, it really got to me. It was my first time ever seeing that. And then I don't give a fuck now. You can
Which
write whatever you write
I'm glad you bring
whatever you
that
want.
up, champ, because again, social media is so prevalent in today's world that I believe that because of those situations, right, there are fighters that kind of shy away from maybe challenging themselves because They don't want to be ridiculed on social media, God forbid, if they lose. Meanwhile, this is a sport. This is boxing, you know?
100%.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you. You see, this is real. This is coming from a professional fighter that now, after one performance, and it wasn't even a loss, where he showed a hell of a fucking lot of heart and grit.
No, yeah.
And now you getting criticism, and it bothers you. That's crazy to me.
That was hard to see, and it was just hard to see because people that I've seen were supporting me were commenting, like, atrocious stuff, and I was like, "Okay, now I know
Now you
who's
know
with me and
who
who's
rocks
not."
with you and who don't. Exactly. Exactly.
But I'm glad I experienced that, and I'm glad I went through that, that's all. And now Saavedra's fighting for an interim world title, which is fine, like, I'll get there one day, that's just let him fucking.
Only a matter of time. Do you have you guys ever try to seek that rematch? Do you see that happening down the road, or is that just, you know what, that happened, let's go in a different direction?
Look, there was actually once, but again, it's the business side of boxing. Like that was a fight of the year contender.
Mhm.
So if we were going to fight again, there had to be more money on the table,
Sure.
which is respectful for both of us. And I
Absolutely.
don't think there was. And I don't think there is in Australia because the Australian market is not like here.
That makes sense.
And that fight never happened. And then it was just I think he was always gonna fight Denzel Bentley since last year, and they've had, like, up and downs with those negotiations, so I don't really know what's going on there.
Well, I would like to see you get that fight again. That way you can settle the score there and
Yeah.
get that dub. Yeah, I thought you pulled it out, but again, that was the judge's decision. But it wasn't a loss. And then you came back in great fashion against Vodobev, and you stopped.
Yeah. That's another little story, like, I'll
Talk to me
so
about that one. Going into
we
that.
before I left to America, we used to train this is Australian boxing in a nutshell, and I'm gonna tell it to you so you can hear it. Um, Before I left to America, I told the trainer I was with, "Look, like, this is months beforehand." I was like, "I'm gonna go to America, blah, blah, blah." He brings this kid in from Russia, Vorobev. So we were basically stable mates for a couple months. S-
Wow, I didn't
So
know
we sparred a few times, but in the sparring, my old trainer's fucking telling him to put it on me right before I'm leaving to America. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So when they brought his name up, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna knock this fucking kid out, and I'm gonna fucking smile in everyone's fucking face from that gym. And that's what I did. Like, it was just one of those things where I was just like, you know what? Fuck, let's do it. I've never fought a person I know before. It was weird. It was very weird.
I was about to say that had to be really, really weird.
Yeah, and we've had sparring sessions where they've gone either way. Like, it's sort of like, okay. But obviously, like I said in I think an interview before the fight, sparring's one thing. We're fucking different animals in the fight, and he's gonna feel that. And I was literally, I think I was in third gear that whole fight until for 10 seconds you saw me in fifth gear. I was just like, I'm gonna spark this kid out, and then bang, it's done.
Salute to you, man. I was so fucking happy when that happened. I was like, yeah, my man back, baby. He back.
Yeah, yeah. It was hard coming back after the injury fight. Like, the first few rounds were, but yeah, once I found my groove, it was all over.
That's good, man. That's good. But we need to get you back in there soon, man. Obviously, I know you can't share a lot, but can we expect you back maybe before the summer?
Let me think. What's the summer? What's the
Uh,
months of summer?
June and July, August.
Fuck, fingers crossed. I think you will. I'm staying hopeful. So,
All right. Well, when something gets nailed down, let me know. Come on up here. Let's talk about it.
mhm. No,
You
I
know,
will.
we'll talk about it. We do have I have another couple of questions from my people. It's me, Rock Lee, with the 5 piece. Damn, all these food questions. Shit, we got a lot of foodies in the chat. That's what's up. I'm a
What's this
foodie as well,
question?
but what are the biggest similarities between Mexico and Australia culturally and chilequiles verdes o rojos?
So the biggest similarities, I think, would be the friendly culture. Like it's Australians like to joke around a lot, and Mexicans do too. Like it's like banter. Like you can be best mates with someone and drill them as a joke, and the same side is sort of same as Mexico. Um, I think that's the biggest similarity. Like they're both laid back, fucking awesome people.
Great.
Um, Chilaquiles verdes o rojos. Ay, verdes.
Verdes? Okay.
Green, green.
There you go. Great question. Appreciate that. Y'all getting me hungry though. Y'all getting me
Yeah, that
hungry.
was a good question.
Yeah. I got a couple more from the DHS family. This one is from Malcolm in New York City. This was actually a pretty funny one. He said, Malcolm in New York City said it's fight night, and your sponsor from Zero Tequila, tells you they'll send you 2 mil, but you have to take 2 shots, no chase, of their tequila an hour before your ring walk. Are you taking the shot or you losing out on an easy 7 figures?
Oh,
Malcolm
that's a
always
good
got the funny
question.
question. He always got the funny question.
That's a good question.
2 mil, you gotta take 2 shots, no chasers, an hour before the fight, though.
Depends what fight. If it was an exhibition or important, if it was an important fight, no. But if it was an exhibition, see, vamos way.
You heard it here. Damn. Yeah, man, that's what's up. Good question, Malcolm. Always with the fun questions, man. You
Yeah, that
heard
was a
it.
good question.
He said exhibition. He definitely popping those shots with that 2 milli. But if this big fight, yeah, man, he got to keep it focused. That's respectable. We got Dwayne in Virginia, my man Dwayne Styles in the building. He said, "What does a usual training routine look like for you during fight camp?"
My training routine. It's hard. Um, Look, Mondays we wake up, we'll do strength and conditioning, train in the afternoon. Tuesdays we'll straight boxing in the morning, or there's sparring. If I'm getting close, it's either one. Depends how I feel in the afternoon. I'll go for my little light jog. From experience and just working with a lot of strength and conditioning trainers, I like having like a low afternoon in the middle of the week. So Wednesday afternoon after strength and conditioning, I'll just take the whole afternoon off because it lets me finish the week strong. If I go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday back, I'm dead. Like Thursday, Friday, I can't recover. Like it's chucks it out of whack. Um, Thursday, same. I'm either sparring or training in the gym boxing. Then I'll be running or swimming in the afternoon, either one. Friday, strength and conditioning again. Like it's pretty heavy. And then Saturday, sparring or boxing, either one. But it's always doing one or the other. Um, but the biggest thing I got out of is rest. That's the most important thing.
Great answer. Great answer. Love the way you articulate that, man. Appreciate the question. But I got a few more.
Mhm.
So your division right now, middleweight. Um, Obviously, I think you feel good at that division, right? You don't foresee moving anywhere.
Nah, not anytime soon.
Okay, good.
Staying at midway.
And the reason why I say that is because I think it's a good division for you to be in because I would classify it as a bit wide open, you know.
Yeah, Janabeth, his IBF title just got fucking taken off him,
And
from what I
you
was
mean
reading.
you sparred with him, right?
I sparred with him lots of times.
Were you surprised when that shit came out?
A little bit. You know what? If I'm gonna speak about it because it's it was his first fight off Top Rank, and he pops. Like, what the fuck? He was supposed to. So what was he doing all those fights before?
That's what I'm saying. When shit like this happens, now it opens up the speculation. Like, how
Like
long has it been going on?
he fought once in Australia, but this is what the crazy thing is in Australia. They don't test shit.
I was just gonna ask you that. How's the testing
They
over there in Australia? So
they do
nothing?
not test anything,
Wow.
unless it's in the contract. Unless you're a name or you're a bit more famous, they will test. But 80%, 80 maybe 90% of the fights you see down there, there's no testing whatsoever.
Wow.
So there's a lot of people that get away with doing that. I've had instances where I was going to fight this guy from Queensland, another state, but he took 4 years off and he came back looking fucking 100 times better. And I raised it. I was like, I'll fight him, but put in the contract. Like, I'll pay for it out of my fucking purse. And the fight didn't happen. It was just like crickets after that. So just, yeah, it's the Wild West out there, put it that way.
Wow. So yeah, and I think he's done, right? Didn't he get suspended for like a year, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, I think so. I wonder what WBO is gonna do. But it's sad. Like, I sparred him, and I remember when I was in the ring with him, I was like, if this guy's the world champion, like, I'm meant to be here. Like, I didn't feel out of place. Like, it was, yeah, it was.
And how long ago was that? Were you younger? Well,
No,
obviously
maybe
younger.
2 years ago. Maybe
Okay.
2 years ago
Oh, okay.
when he was holding the. I think I sparred him for 2 camps. I was his main sparring partner.
Mm, wow. Okay.
But
So
he was very professional in what he did. But yeah, looking back at it now, I'm just like, "Fuck, how long's that been going on for?" You know?
it's a fair assumption, man. You're gonna that's what it does. When this happens, you're gonna open yourself up to the people to assume now. Ah, so that's what's been going on. May or may not be true. I don't know. Only he knows. But it was very, very disappointing. Obviously, that was a fight. I believe he was supposed to fight Lara in the unification on one of these
Yeah.
pay-per-view cards. That ended up getting pulled last minute because of that. So very, very disappointing. But what's your take on the current landscape of middleweight, and how do you feel you fit into that in the future?
It like you said, it's open. Um, I don't know. There's just so much business behind the scenes. I actually don't know where I fit. I know I'm one of the best there, but there's just so much politics. There's so much shit going on behind the scenes. I don't know where I fit at the moment. I haven't fought in a year. But I know if I get in the ring, any one of those top guys, they're in trouble. And I know that because we're pretty much, we could just say we're in negotiations with Lara for a fight, but they wanted an easier touch. So I know I'm there. I'm just about to crack it. That's all.
I want to see that, man, because I'm rocking with you, man. You my guy. So I definitely want to
Mm,
see that, and I think it's a good time to be in the middleweight division, like I said, man, because there's a lot
yeah.
of uncertainty there. You can certainly slide up in there
I
and
just
and
gotta
make it
keep
fun.
I just gotta keep reminding myself I'm only 27 still. But that's very young, and I take care of my body. I don't.
You don't do
Yeah.
the 2 shots like Malcolm is talking about before
Nah.
camp or
On,
before sparring.
on my wedding, I did, but but no,
You had to,
I
man. That's your wedding. I
I
get it.
I like 99.9% of the time I'm training, taking care of my body, like taking rest days. If I'm not feeling to it, I'll listen to my body, and that's the most important.
Good for you, man. Keep doing the right thing. What do you think about this upcoming Ammo Williams and Carlos Adames fight? Obviously, in your division.
It's a great fight. Uh, Ammo is very hot and cold from what I've seen. Like, Adamas is good too. Like, I don't know. You just never know with boxing. I think Adamas beats him comfortably. He's just a bit more disciplined, and the way he does his boxing is a bit more, yeah, like I said, discipline.
You pulling up to that? That's next week, right?
Yeah,
That's
maybe not actually. There's an Australian fighting on there, a heavyweight. He's from Queensland. I don't know, Terramano.
oh, Terramana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
fighting,
Oh, he's
and
on it? I
then
didn't see the whole card yet. I'm actually gonna be at that card the 21st, but I didn't
another
see who was on it.
another mate of mine, Omari. I like Omari Jones.
Ah, I had Omari on last week. Was it last week or the
Yeah,
week before that? Yeah, yeah. Omari's that's my guy.
we've done a lot of work with each other. He's a very, very talented kid.
Good, good. Yeah, no, he's also from Florida, from Castleberry, I
Yeah,
believe in Orlando area. So yeah, he was on I think it was last week I had him on. He's been on here
yeah,
a couple times. Yeah, he's been on. Very, very talented. Good young man. Good, man. You're
yeah,
getting in really, really good work, man. I'm loving that. I was hoping that you would pull up on the 21st so I could see you over there. Uh,
yeah. I think we might. I might. I'm in LA at the moment.
oh, that's right. Yeah,
For
yeah.
another couple days, and then I'll be back in St. Pete. I think we're just gonna stay home, and hopefully the news is ready for you to we can pump it out. You know.
Let's do it, man. You know, you let me know and we make it we gotta let the DHS family know, man, so they could show support. Like I said, you're welcome back here any time. I told you that when we spoke before the interview. But I just got a
Mm-hmm.
couple more and I'll let you go because I know you busy.
That's
Um
cool.
what about what advice would you give, to young fighters, that have kind of similar paths as you? You know, what advice would you give them
Um,
if they wanted to start out in the Korean boxing?
I could give a lot of advice here.
Give me one piece of advice that just stands out. Multicultural kid comes in, been through a lot of shit in his life. I want to be a fighter like you. What would you tell him?
to, to fuck, you could say if you listen to your gut, if you have a feeling, if you have a dream, if you have something, just keep chasing it, and everything else leave behind. Everything else will fall into play. I think if you have a dream, don't let it go. Do whatever you can to make it happen, and that's what I did. I always wanted to be a fighter. I always wanted to be on the big stages, and I've gone through the rockiest road, even besides the outside life, like in boxing too. And I'm still holding on to it. It's just there, and I will never let it go. And that's just how I've always been. I think that's the biggest one. If you really want something that bad, you'll chase it, and eventually you'll get there.
I'm gonna stick on the advice topic. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given, whether it's been in life or in boxing?
Boxing just recently, uh, from my coaches in Florida, Coach Rick and Coach Jesse, um, is to use these. It's the most important thing in boxing is your eyes. It dictates what you see, how you get out of things. It's not necessarily your punches, it's these. Your eyes are the most important tool. And yeah, after hearing that, it's helped me a lot the last 2, 3 years. Um,
Got you.
outside life, I don't know. I haven't had really good role models in my life, so I can't really say. I've just sort of rolled with the punches and just gone with it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's making you battle tested, man.
Mhm,
Shit you've gone through, trials and tribulations. That's what's up. And my
mhm.
last one here is what's the end game, man? What do you want to accomplish in the sport of boxing before you decide to say, you know what? It's a wrap. I'm gonna go and promote or broadcast or do something different.
Look, when fighters say they just do it for the legacy, you also have to think about your finances. Um, I want to get to a point where I can look after the people around me and they don't have to worry about anything, whether it's my kids, whether it's my wife in the future. I want to get to a point where I can wake up and absolutely get like it's financial freedom. And if a boxer tells you they do it, they don't do it for that. It's a lie because everyone does it for money. No one fucking does it for free. So I want to get to a point now looking at all the politics and all the fucking shit going on, like all different titles coming in. There's so many titles. Like to me, they don't matter anymore. It's more about what people feel from you, like what you can, what people resonate with you. Like that's what makes people watch, and that's what I want to do. Oh, Mateo Tapia's fighting. Let's fucking. That's gonna be a fight. Like let's watch. Like that's a fight we can watch. That's where I want to get to.
Love the answer, man. That's what's up, man. This has
Mm.
been absolutely amazing, man. There's another middleweight out there that I wanted to ask you about, get your thoughts on. He's young. Yo-Yo Hernandez, another guy, who I think could be a future face of that division as well. What do you think
What's
about Yo-Yo?
is he Cuban?
Yeah.
I think I saw him. I saw him fight recently.
Yeah, he's trained by world-class trainer Hector Bermudez, who frequents the channel. He's a regular on the channel as well.
I know Hector. I've
You
met
know
him.
Hector?
I've met him once or twice. He actually he used to train one of my stablemates, TJ Doheny.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep. He did. Took
and
him to Japan against Inoue. He talks about that
yeah.
experience all the time when he's on here.
And what was I gonna say? I actually met him in Dubai twice, and it was I think I still owe him $100. So
Who you
send
owe
me your
$100?
Hector, send me your details.
Why? You guys made a bet?
No, it's just a hydration package he was making me, and he gave me it. He gave me it,
I think he's
and
watching. I think he's watching. He's probably
he
watching right now. I seen
he
him in the chat earlier.
he gave me it, and I was like, he's like, I was like, send me your bank details, and because I was in Australia at the time, he sent me like these weird codes. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is a Swift? I'm like, I don't know. And I think he said, don't even worry about it. It's all right.
He's a great dude, man. He's family here. He jumps on here all the time. We love him
Yeah.
here. But he
He was
does
in
train.
he was in Australia recently, wasn't
Yeah. Yeah. He was training he was Anthony Velasquez's trainer for the Tim Tszyu fight.
he? Yes.
Yeah. He's probably watching, so whatever you want to tell him, tell him. If not, he'll probably watch the replay. So
So that's a story. I was just like, if I ever cross paths with Hemter again, I gotta give him $100.
you got it. There you go, coach. If you watching,
So that's a pretty
my
funny
man,
story.
yeah, he said he got you. He said he got you, man. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think Yo-Yo's another exciting guy.
he had all TJ's rehydration drinks packed. Like everything was very professional. And he made spares and
Look,
he's like,
that's
"Oh,
how he is. And he's very generous. Yes, yes.
yeah." So that's a fun little story.
That's dope. He'll probably be on here later on. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him what you said. What's up?
Yeah, I think I was 20 at the time.
Oh, so it was a while ago.
Y
It was 7 years ago.
Yeah, it
6,
was
7
one
years
of
ago.
my first fights in Dubai overseas.
Hmm. That's gonna
So,
make some good conversation when he jumps on. Hopefully later on. I saw him in the chat earlier. I haven't seen him in the chat recently, but he was in the chat earlier. But I definitely wanted to ask about Yo-Yo. I think that's another great young fighter like yourself. That's all. You guys are all again. You guys are the future of that division.
look,
You
all
know,
these fights, they're gonna be possible to be made very soon. I just have to, yeah, it's almost done. My business stuff behind the scenes.
do you have like I said, I had no more, but I do have one more. What about Tim Tszyu? Do you guys have a personal relationship? What's going on with him?
Uh, I wouldn't say we're buddies, me and Tim. Like I wouldn't like I'll message him here and there, but I wouldn't go out to coffee with him or anything. We're just like we just known each other since growing up. We've sparred each other a lot. Um, yeah, that's our relationship.
What about with George Kambosos? You guys have never crossed paths as well?
Nah, I think I'm probably closer to George, way closer to George and Tim. Um, Me and George has never been like close, like go to coffee together, but we're a bit closer. We have mutual friends, like mutual sponsors, and like we're always talking. Like I know his parents, his family, and he guided me a little bit when I first turned professional. It
No, that's
was
good.
George Cambosis actually helped me. Yeah, he guided me a little bit.
Good. No, that's why I figured I'd ask. Obviously, you have the Australian
Yeah, and
background in common.
now Opatai is killing it too.
That's right. What'd you think about his performance this weekend?
I actually didn't. I saw snippets of it. I couldn't watch it. I was driving in LA traffic, going fuck. But I saw snippets of it, and he did well because Blanton's tough. I've seen him spar a few times, and
Jai
yeah,
boxed beautifully. We did a live fight chat for that. I called that fight here. He boxed beautifully. He did.
yeah,
I'd love to be able to see him in a future fight with Jose. Jose, you hear me? David Benavidez, not the father Jose, or the younger brother. David
yeah.
Benavidez.
That would
We
be a
talked about that a
crazy
little bit.
fight.
Yeah, that would be pretty.
Um, Even Ramirez, Zurdo, that'll be interesting. But I think Jai handles him. I think Benavidez will be his test. That will be.
Well, Benavidez is fighting Zurdo May 2nd.
Yes, I think
Cinco de Mayo
Benavidez wins.
weekend. Cinco de Mayo weekend. You know
Yeah.
about that. What you think about that fight before I let you go?
I don't know. I think Benavidez is going to do it, but you just don't know. I just still find it crazy how did he used to make super middleweight, both of them.
I
So
know.
I don't know. I think Benavidez gets him. He's a bit more elusive, a bit more. I don't know, just free in there. Like his eyes are good. He's more talented in my eyes.
I don't disagree, man. Well, we talked about it a little bit after the Jai fight. We will get into the weeds of that as we get closer to Cinco de Mayo weekend. That fight is going
Hmm.
down May 2nd. Damn, this has been amazing, bro. I
Yeah, it's
mean,
been a good one.
like listen, I hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I do. I really don't like my interviews to seem like an interview. I want it to seem like a conversation.
That was cool.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. We got people in the chat asking. He as soon as a fight gets announced or he's gonna let us know, but there's nothing right now that's official because I got people in the chat to ask if future fight. But we're gonna be all over it. Like again, you're welcome back anytime. I want you to come back.
yeah, you guys will be first to know. Once I know, I'll send you a message and be like, let's do it all.
Perfect. Well, listen, this has been absolutely phenomenal, my brother. Let everybody know if they're
Thanks,
not
Johnny.
following you, where they can follow you on social media.
Follow me on my. I only have Instagram basically. Just follow me on my Instagram, Mateo.Tapia. Y los latinos también. Anda por el Instagram, sígueme por favor y saludos.
I was gonna ask you, what message you want to give in Spanish to your Mexican fans?
Viva Mexico, cabrones.
I love it, man. Phenomenal, man. So listen, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you for jumping on again.
No,
I'll
it's
stay
cool.
tapped in with you. We could get you back on again. Congratulations
Thanks, Johnny.
on the marriage. And I can't wait to see the next step.
I'll let you know. My team's working very hard behind the scenes to make it all happen. So I'll let you know.
Let me know because we riding with you over here.
Thank you, Johnny.
You got it, man. Take care, man.
Bye, mate. Have a good night.
All right. You got it.
Hey, mate.
Oh
Bye.
man. There you guys have it, man. Absolutely phenomenal interview with my guy, undefeated middleweight contender, Cesar Mateo Tapia. He goes by the nickname El Tijuanero.